Imagine waking up in hospital. Your doctor walks in, looks at your chart, smiles, then says, "Good news, we had to remove one of your organs." I'm sorry, what? Removing an organ sounds like something that should completely change your life, not improve it. But here's the disturbing part. Thousands of people have organs removed every single day, and many never notice the difference. Which raises a question that's honestly a little unsettling. How much of your body do you actually need? Because before this video ends, you're going to discover that evolution gave you spare parts, backup systems, and one organ that can literally rebuild itself. Let's start with the easiest organ to fire, the gallbladder. It sounds important. It's tucked safely under your liver. It even has its own dedicated space inside your body. So it must be doing something incredible, right? No, it stores bile. That's basically it. Your liver already makes the bile. The gallbladder just keeps it until you eat something fatty. Millions of years of evolution to invent a lunchbox. If it starts filling with painful gallstones, doctors often remove it. Your liver simply sends bile directly where it's needed instead. Some people notice digestive changes, especially with fatty foods, but many live much the same as before. Imagine training your entire evolutionary career, only to be replaced by plumbing, which somehow still isn't evolution's most embarrassing employee, because the next organ spent over 100 years being publicly humiliated: the appendix. Scientists called it useless, a mistake, proof evolution wasn't very good at its job. Turns out, the joke may have been on us. Evidence now suggests the appendix helps support your immune system and may act as a safe house for beneficial gut bacteria after illness, which sounds a lot better than the tiny tube that occasionally tries to assassinate its owner. If it becomes infected, doctors remove it. Most people recover perfectly well. Imagine finally proving you're useful after spending a century getting bullied by every biology teacher on Earth. Now things get weird, because evolution gave you an entire spare organ. Not another finger, not an extra toe, an entire spare organ. Your kidneys. You have two, but one healthy kidney is usually enough to keep you alive. Why? Because filtering your blood is so important, evolution built in extra capacity. Lose one, the other usually adapts, gets bigger, works harder, and quietly takes over. Your remaining kidney just wakes up one morning, doing two jobs forever. Everything so far has sounded almost reasonable. This next one shouldn't. The spleen. It filters your blood, helps fight infections, stores blood cells. Honestly, if I asked you which organ sounded absolutely essential, most people would probably pick this one. And yet, people can survive without it. If it's badly damaged, doctors sometimes remove it completely. Life continues, although not without consequences. Without a spleen, you're more vulnerable to certain serious infections, so people often need vaccines and extra precautions. Your immune system basically receives an email saying, "Steve quit. Everyone else is covering his shifts." Surely evolution can't get any stranger. It can. Lose one lung. Most people assume that's game over. It isn't. People can live with just one lung. Daily life is often still possible. Running marathons, maybe not. But living? Absolutely. Which is remarkable, because evolution wasn't preparing you for modern surgery. It was preparing you for surviving whatever wanted to eat you. But nothing compares to what's next. Imagine cutting your finger off. Gone. Forever. Now imagine surgeons removing half an organ, and your body simply replying, "Nah, I'll make another one." That's your liver. One of the only organs in your body with an extraordinary ability to regenerate after part of it is removed. It's honestly showing off. Meanwhile, you sleep in a slightly awkward position, and your neck refuses to cooperate until Thursday. Which leaves one final organ. The one almost everyone assumes you absolutely can't lose. Your large intestine. It absorbs water, supports trillions of bacteria, processes waste. Surely, this one's non-negotiable. Yet, if disease or injury makes it necessary, people can survive without it. Sometimes with major surgery, sometimes with significant lifestyle changes. It's not easy, but it proves something fascinating. Your body was never designed to be perfect. It was designed to keep going, even when things go spectacularly wrong. And here's the part that completely changes how you should think about evolution. None of these organs are failures. They're survivors. Evolution almost never deletes something, just because it's no longer essential. If it isn't causing enough problems, it usually stays. That's why your body isn't a perfectly engineered machine. It's millions of years of upgrades, still somehow working together. You're not a finished product. You're the latest version of software that's been patched for millions of years. And honestly, considering all that, it's kind of incredible that any of us work at all.